just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I come alive in the storm, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras, go to war with you.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touch. Back, and it will come out to the 25.
Good set. 180. No chance.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check.
12, 12, 12.
Check fast. Watch out, watch out.
11, 11.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with a 2nd-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Breece Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say, Mixon hit, and the ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
57's the mic.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Daxton Hill brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
Mike, 56, right there, 56. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's get set.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
12.
Let's go. Mike 56. Mike.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here we go.
The Mike. 44 is the Mike.
Here we go. 180.
44.
What is that?
Mike 44.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
That was the Mike.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross, 32 yards. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. And that is no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
A Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Gun. Cut. Wide 80.
I'm going to come back to you.
11.
Safe.
11.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Mixing up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Wide 80. Wide hot.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
Here we go.
A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Wide 80.
You can't block me.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here we go. Can. Shot. 11 mighty. 11.
On second and goal, Burrow buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, Burrow flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rookie Jermaine Johnson going all the way from last chance you to now dropping NFL quarterbacks. McPherson's kick is good, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Strong right. 4 down. Check.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 11 mighty.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's McPherson now to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action now. Wilson.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
131 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 10 more there and another first down. Once again, they run with Mixon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easy.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
McPherson's kick is good. So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
Berrios now from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Hall on a give up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 44, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
57's the mic. 57's
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
180.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. What we got? What we got?
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You're not ready.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Watch the
Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. Here we go, D.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
It's just me and you. Nine's the mic. Nine's the mic.
Here's Burrow.
That's the pass.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd down at 5. A handoff to Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Burrow on third down. He's got Hurst as tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11. 11.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play. One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the Bengals are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Mixon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
4 down, even. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
11 Thomas. 11.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
12.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Burrow will throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Check the outs.
11 mighty.
Hey, we gotta get to that mic over there. I'm coming after you.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into...
He's got a man, complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, if you're ever going to try the fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Set hut. 30 base. Let's go.
Check. Alert flare. Check.
General. West.
Check hot route. Hot.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Second down and goal. Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
57's Mike. Squeeze, double. Shift.
On second and very short, Burrow. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Wilson wants to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Play action. Now Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.